All right, I believe we are live.
Hello, live backstage with Chris here, Chris Cooking Nashville. If you guys are new to the channel, say hello in the chat. Let us know you are watching. My name is Chris, better known online as Chris Cooking Nashville, and I create proper human diet recipes for people trying to eat a low-carb lifestyle to change their health, but have a little fun along the way with some interesting recipes as well. My beautiful wife, the amazing country artist Ash Taylor, is over there behind the camera. She is moderating, running some comments, and helping us out tonight. So guys, give a rock on to Ash in the comments for all of her behind the scenes work, which is honestly the only reason that Chris Cooking Nashville exists and runs on a daily basis. So we are here live cooking with you guys from our kitchen, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. So honey, how we doing over there? How are you feeling?
I am doing great. You are very sweet, by the way. I think without you making recipes, though, I don't think Chris Cooking Nashville would exist.
Well,
so
maybe so, but I was making
two to
recipes
tango.
a long time ago, and nobody was paying any attention to the fact that I was here, and it wasn't until Ash and I started doing it this way, and she started doing all this behind-the-scenes work, that people were aware of my recipes. So,
hey, all good.
Yes.
Well, hey, I'm super happy to be here. So can you please explain what you're making? Because I'm so excited.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. So if you guys have not seen it yet, I've already linked it in the description, I do believe. If not, I'll go back after the video and link it, but I think it's linked in the description box. I have a 90-second carnivore bread bun type recipe. I have made those, and I have sliced them, and I'm going to show you how I sliced them. And I'm going to turn a bun that has been cut into 4 pieces into 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, carnivore style. And then I'm going to do Smashburgers, smashed cheeseburgers that are going to go in between the grilled cheese sandwiches. So it is a grilled cheese bun, smash burger with cheese, done carnivore style. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to have a couple of keto additions in here. If you are carnivore and you don't do the keto additions, don't put them in there. Don't yell at me about them being keto additions either, because it's all good. My wife is keto and everything is fine. We're all going to make it through, I promise. But I'm going to throw a couple of keto things on there, like a burger sauce I'll tell you about, and some onions and some things like that. Leave those off, totally carnivore, add them on. If you're keto, it's entirely up to you. You can customize this, but I'm going to show you guys how we turn that 90-second carnivore bread bun type recipe into a grilled cheese bun cheese smash burger.
This may be the greatest thing you have ever made.
I don't know if it's the greatest thing, but I think it's going to be a good one.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I think it's pretty great. Hey, do you want to say hey to some folks?
I'd love it. Who is here?
Sherry Nevada Pup is in the house.
Hello, Sherry.
She says, good evening, CCN fam.
Yes, good to see you.
Yes, she goes, yay cheese, smash burgers for my birthday, except I'm having chicken, LOL. Well, happy birthday, Sherry.
Well, happy birthday indeed.
That's awesome. Lynn is here, 22
Hello,
Cat.
Lynn.
She says, hi, Chris, Ash, and all. Can't wait to see what this whole grilled cheese smash burger thing is all about.
Yes, we're going to have some fun.
Absolutely. Carrie's in the house.
Hello, Carrie.
Let's see here. Mr. Bry Fly Fisherman Dish is here.
Hello, Brian.
Let's see. Peggy is here
Hi,
watching. Brian says, hello, everyone. Remember what you eat. You are meat.
Absolutely.
Mr. John Wise is here.
Hello, John.
Rockin' Keto Amy is in the house.
Oh, hi, Amy.
So she went to a really interesting grocery store. That's cool.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Miss Heidi is here.
Hello, Heidi.
Heidi, hope you're feeling better.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Bruce is here.
Hi, Bruce.
Mr. Jeffrey Cox is here.
Hello, Brother Jeff.
He says, hello again to the best PhD couple on the internet.
Aw, you're very kind.
Oh, man, I don't know about that. I'm sure there
Yeah.
are lots of other ones.
We're just trying to keep it together.
That's right. Miss Jolene is here.
Hello, Jolene.
She says, hello, you beautiful low-carb community. God's blessings to you and your families.
Yes, thank you so much. Same to you.
Brother Barry's in the house.
Hello, Brother Barry.
He says, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a blessed day.
Yes, good to see you, my friend.
Overboard is here.
Hello, Overboard.
Cool name. Love
Yeah,
that. Thank you for
love
being
that.
here. Danny says, whoop, whoop.
Yes, Danny.
Danny, I feel that
Absolutely.
energy. John Wise says, Smashburger Mountain looks yummy.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, our new friend Jennifer Lucas is here.
Hello, Jennifer. Good to see you.
Yes, we got to,
we got to spend a lot of time with Jennifer
Yes.
when we were in Gatlinburg, and she is just a wonderful and inspiring and sweet lady.
Yes, we've known her name for a long time, but we got to meet her in
Yes,
person.
actually got to meet her in person.
Yes, she's such a sweet soul. Dennis is here from Newport, Tennessee.
Well, hello, Dennis.
Yeah, Sherry Gray is watching from Texas.
Hi, Sherry.
Jim Giles is here.
Hi, Jim.
Rick Wynn 96 says good evening.
Ah, what's up, Rick Wynn?
Your parents are here.
Hello, Mama and Papa Nashville.
Saying hello to everyone. Southern Grammy Wolf says,
Oh, I like that.
yeah, cool name, right? Says, hey, they're from Mackenzie.
Well, hello in Mackenzie.
We got Cordelia in the house.
Hello, Cordelia.
And oh, look at this. Dustin is so sweet. The beard is here.
The beard is in the house.
Yes, he gave you a $5 super chat.
Dustin, you are very, very sweet, my brother. You guys make sure to go subscribe to Dustin over at Keto Simple. He was sharing some stuff he was working on with Victor from Southern Keto and myself today in a little group chat that we have, and he's working on some really great videos, some great information people need to know. So you guys go subscribe and watch those videos that he's getting ready to release.
Yes, absolutely. He says, happy Tuesday, my friends. Here for all of you. Such a great night of the week.
Yes.
Chandra and I will be trying the new Keto Chow flavor tonight.
Ah, love it, love it,
I love it. Awesome. Y'all tune in. Well, babe, if you want to go ahead and get cooking.
Yeah, I'm going to get cooking. So
Cool.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually cook up our onions first. So I have my skillet here over kind of a medium high sort of heat. And I'm just going to use a little bit of butter, and we're just going to fry up some diced up onions. Now, you could use white onions, you could use red onions. If you're carnivore and you don't eat onions, don't use onions, okay? Very straightforward. We're all adults. We all can think for ourselves. So there we go. All right, so I've just got some red onions. Those are just going to go in. We're going to fry those up just a little bit. I don't have to over fry them because they're going to get cooked a little bit more when I show you how I do these on a smash burger. But in the meantime, we'll do it this way. Cook them partially, just to soften them up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the smash burgers first. Now, if I was doing this just for myself and there was no studio audience out there watching on the internet, I would probably just kind of do all of this at once over on the stove with multiple pans. But I'm doing this in just one pan over here so you guys can see it really well. So what I'm going to do is fry up these onions. Then I'm going to do the smash burgers, and I'm actually going to keep them on a cookie sheet. I have my oven over here set at the lowest temperature. So I'm going to throw them on that cookie sheet, stick them in there just to keep them warm while we do the grilled cheese real quick, and then we'll pull them out and we'll plate up the burgers. So
Okay.
FYI. But I'm just going to go ahead and get these onions fried up a little bit. And then I'll show you how we do smash burgers. But you guys have never done a smash burger, totally different texture to like a regular old burger patty. Just a completely different experience. So if you have a really nice heavy cast iron skillet or a really good quality stainless steel that you can get really, really hot, or ideally a griddle of some kind, like a propane outdoor griddle, or you can get like a little electric griddles that go inside the house as long as they can get hot enough. Any of those things would work to do this technique, but we're just going to do this smash burger that gets kind of crispy around the edges. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of that fast food style thing. It's a great way to enjoy your ground beef, and we are going to smash it. I remember I did a video of smash burgers one time, and I had somebody tell me, They told me that I was an idiot for smashing the burger into the pan because I was pushing all of the juice out of it. And I had to laugh because the name is Smashburgers, because the way they're made is smashing them onto a griddle or smashing them in the pan. And when the beef is raw, when you're smashing it down the first time, none of that fat comes out of it because none of it's been rendered, none of it has been melted. So, so we got to do our research and understand what we're doing. But these are Smashburgers, which are smashed down into the skillet. So there we go.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
And by the way, speaking of Smashburgers,
yes.
Jerry's here.
Hi, Jerry.
We love Jerry, Carnivore Jerry in the middle of the forest. So, you know, she's from Wisconsin, which of course is Culver's, which is like the, I think, original Smashburger. She says, greetings from the land of the original, but no doubt Chris will crush it tonight.
Well, I appreciate that. We're going to do our very best to try. So, all right, so that is our lightly fried up onions. And this was probably like a quarter of a red onion. It was left over from when I did some lettuce wrap burgers for my lovely wife over there. I did some keto lettuce wrap burgers, and we had a little bit of leftover onion that I'd sliced for her. And so it's probably a little bit less than maybe a quarter of an onion. And it was already sliced up, so I just diced it up into little pieces. So we're going to put the skillet back on. Get our onions in the bowl there. Those will be ready to be used. And then we're going to start making some Smashburgers. So we need a hot pan, hot pan. So I'm going to put this on high, and I don't want to totally burn everything, but I need it hot because as soon as I put the beef in there and I smash it down, I want a really intense sear because you're almost getting the beef to stick to the skillet slightly when you first press it in. That's what creates that really high heat contact that creates that brown, crispy skin, which is part of what a Smashburger is. That's why they make it so thin, so that it gets crispy before it can dry out. So it's kind of a balance of way overcooking, but not overcooking a burger that gives you a really nice Smashburger flavor and texture. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is coming up to temperature. I have this amazing salt here. Shout out to our buddy Ricky V that gave me some of this sea salt to try that he is involved in making out in California. So we're going to give it a try. I've used it on a couple of things and enjoyed it so far, but it's kind of a rock salt or like a coarse sea salt. So we're going to use it on the Smashburgers tonight. So our pan is basically up to temperature. It is smoking. So this could not be simpler, guys. These are about 2 to 3 ounce balls of a fatty ground beef, and you don't want to have, yes, balls. Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos would approve. So you don't want any more than this because we're going to smash it out flat, and if you have too large of an amount of beef, it's just, you're not going to be able to get it thin, and it's going to take up all the room in your pan. So I'm probably going to do 2 of these at a time, but we're going to put the beef into the skillet. It should sear immediately just like that. Okay, and these have been sitting out. These are at room temperature, which will make them easier to smash down. So we put those in, and then you're gonna need a big flat paddle. If you have a second one, you can actually use it to push down so you don't burn yourself. But we put it down on top and push. Carefully peel that up. Same thing to the other one. And once they're both smashed down flat and they start to cook like this, here we go. Then we're going to grab ourselves some rock salt here. And we're going to sprinkle that over the top of the burgers. This seriously could not be an easier thing to do. I don't know why we don't do this at home more, but it's really not hard to do Smashburgers as long as you have something like a really nice cast iron skillet that can handle the heat. So I've got some salt on there. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. Again, totally optional. Seasonings are always up to you. And truthfully, at the end of the day, guys, when I'm putting seasonings on things and I'm making, you know, little bits of onion or things like that, the reason I do all of that is because it's really for my wife. I'm always just cooking, trying to figure out how to make my wife happy. So,
and I am not carnivore.
She is not carnivore. She is keto. And she just kind of does her own thing. And honestly, we don't really like the labels carnivore and keto. We just talk about a proper human diet spectrum, and we just eat whatever makes us personally feel the best. So there we go. Okay, so these are going to cook very quickly. And I'm just gently pressing those rock salt pieces into the beef that is still raw on this side. Now, when you press this down against a really high heat, you're gonna get a crust on that other side. So you're gonna want something like a metal spatula. This is why you need to use cast iron, stainless steel. You don't wanna use something like non-stick. It wouldn't be good for getting this high heat because usually those are aluminum. But on top of that, you can't use something like a metal spatula to scrape across something that's non-stick. You don't wanna do that. So cast iron, stainless steel, it works great. So when these are done on the one side, you can scrape along the actual pan, excuse me, the pan. And then when you flip this over, you get that crust that releases off that pan really nice, that brown crispy bit, and that's what we're shooting for. Okay, so, and when they're done, they should fairly easily come right off, just like that. Flip that over, beautiful, beautiful brown. I'll show you these when they're done before I put more in. Scrape the second one. And you can really press these as flat and thin as you like, or you can leave them as thick as you want, but if you get them really nice and thin, you get this beautiful texture that happens with all of the crispiness. That's kind of what we're going for, so. All right. So it looks like I might be able to fit 4 in the pan if I'm really careful in this next round, so. The only thing is when you have a pan that has high sides like this, if you get too many in there, you can't get your spatulas or whatever over next to the side. So if you have a griddle, it's a lot easier to do this. But make it work with what you got.
Yeah. By the way, we have about 123 people watching.
All right.
And only 18 of them have smashed the thumbs up.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Now,
John Y.
don't forget to.
Yeah, that's right. John Y. says, weak. Smash that like for the Smashburger video.
That's right. Right.
Yes.
Smashing the like for the Smashburgers, acting like the epic savage carnivore and keto warriors we all are.
Smash
Let's
it.
get this word out to people all over the world by loving this video and liking it and commenting and telling us you're watching. And by the way, what do you guys think of Smashburgers? Drop that in the comments. Do you like Smashburgers? Have you eaten Smashburgers? Is it your favorite? Is it like totally not something you like? Like, how do you guys feel about Smashburgers? Because you wouldn't have to do this with Smashburgers. You could do this with a regular burger patty. I just think Smashburgers are going to go great with this.
I personally like all kinds of burgers. I don't really discriminate. I just kind of like them all.
You just kind of eat burgers regardless, huh?
Exactly. I just kind of enjoy them.
I like it.
Looks like lots of people love the Smashburgers, though. They're good. Something different.
All right, so let me show you guys what these look like here. Okay, so these are smashed down very thin, and you can see the dark brown crispy layer that we're getting there. It's kind of hard to see with the light because it's almost too dark to really tell that it's like, is that brown? Is that black? What is that? But it is a very deep brown and is beautiful. So we got those first 2 coming off. So we're gonna go ahead and smash down some more.
Awesome. And I'm just gonna crack the door so we don't set off
the
smoke
absolutely
alarm.
do it.
We've done that before once
We
or
have
twice.
done that before. We try not to, but you know, it gets pretty wild around here sometimes, so.
All right. Man, it smells so good in here.
Yeah.
Connie Judd says, I loved stacked Smashburgers. I've had those before. They are delicious.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, it's tough, but we got 4 of them in there, which means we'll only have to do 2 more at the end, and that way we can get the smoke done and out of here as soon as possible.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Miss Mel got up and went outside. I think she's enjoying some fresh air.
She
loves,
like, all
right, guys.
every time we open the door, she loves going outside and hanging out.
Yeah. Hey, we got another birthday in the house.
Uh-oh, whose birthday is it?
Danny's.
Well, Danny, happy birthday.
Yeah, it says it's my birthday this weekend and I'm making keto chow cupcakes to celebrate.
I love that. That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Man, keto chow cupcakes are so good.
Keto chow is amazing.
It's awesome.
I do have a link down below, guys. If you like your keto chow, go down there, use the link that I've got in the description box. It'll give you 10% off by clicking that link, and it will give me a little bit of credit for the fact that you sold that that I sold that to you as well. So everybody wins. You save money, it helps support the channel. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Every time you want to order keto chow, you just go to any of my videos, find that keto chow link, and just click that, and that'll put a discount on there for you. So save some money.
That's right.
Yeah, and we love Chris and Miriam over at Keto Chow. Wonderful, wonderful people. We are so thankful to just have them in our lives.
Yeah, they're seriously just some of the best people. They really are.
They are. So what I'm going to do is, now, Ash is not a huge fan of cheese on her burgers. So I have this all laid out like I was going to make cheeseburgers, but I'm actually going to do 2 cheeseburgers for me and 2 regular burgers with just the cheese bun, the grilled cheese bun for her. So that's 1. And I'll do another for me, and then I'll do 2 for her, and I'm going to add those onions in there for her. So all right, and these should be just about ready to flip. So now, because 2 of these patties are going to create 1 burger for her, I'm going to put some onion on top of a couple of these burger patties here.
Yum.
And you can do this when you do it on the first side if you want to. You can wait until you do it on the second side. You can do it on both sides. It's entirely up to you, but I just have some grilled onions on that burger right there. And we're going to flip these over, and then I'm going to press that burger patty down, and those onions that are on top of that burger patty get pressed into the meat. And that way you don't have to worry about your onions coming off your burger when you're trying to eat. Now I'm doing this with a 7327 high fat beef mixture. You can use whatever you want, but my recommendation is high fat, because the higher the fat, the tastier those burgers come out. That's just my opinion, but I love that 7327 super fatty ground beef. Works good for us.
Absolutely.
You can hear the sizzle because the pan is nice and hot. This is one of the things you guys want to use, a heavy bottom skillet that is not going to go cold immediately if you put something in there. And you want to make sure to really preheat it well like I did, so that when you put those meatballs in there, they immediately sizzle. So when you press, you get that instant hot heat. That's what creates that nice smash burger crust. Make sure you guys get that really good and preheated first.
Yeah. Hey, would you have time for a quick question?
I'd love to answer a question.
This is actually, I think, a pretty good one. So you're talking about the 90-second bread that you made the buns with tonight.
Yeah.
John Wise wants to know, can you make more than one 90-second bun at a time? Like 150 seconds maybe for 2?
So theoretically, yes. But here's the thing about microwaves. When you put something in a microwave, and if you put double the amount in the microwave, it does not automatically need double the amount of time. It changes things, but it does it in kind of a weird way, because microwaves work off of actual microwaves causing the oscillation, the constant, shaking oscillation of water molecules. So it does not work in the same way as just simple heat transfer like an oven or a skillet or any of these other things we're used to cooking with. So what you have to kind of take into account is that that's going to be a little different. And then you have to say, okay, so what are the sort of properties, right? The parameters that I need to take into account. So the long answer made short is I think you can cook multiple of them at a time, but it's not going to be an even 1-to-1, like, oh, if I make 2 of them, I do it for, 150 seconds, 180 seconds, whatever. It's like you're going to have to play with it and figure out what is the right amount of time based on your microwave. And the other thing is, as soon as you put more than one in there, they're out of the center of the microwave, which isn't necessarily a huge deal until you realize that the microwaves do not cook evenly throughout the inside of the microwave, which is why the plate in a microwave spins. So you can get really uneven cooking if you're not careful. So can it be done? Yes, I think it can. It's just going to take some experimentation on your part to figure out how long, and to figure out, does it cook evenly or is it uneven? Or are there things I need to do to make it cook evenly? You probably have to play with it until you get it just right. So you can do it, but it's going to take some experimentation most likely.
Like it. Good stuff. Hey, also, Darth Carnivore is here.
Hello, Charlie.
Charlie's awesome. He gave you a $10 super chat.
Oh, well, thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate you so much for that.
Yes, so sweet. He says, we'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a smashed hamburger today. Nice.
I love it. Great Popeye reference.
Yes. So awesome. Thank you, Charlie. We really appreciate that.
Charlie is a member of our band, our private community, which I have linked in the comments section for you guys. So if you would like to get some extra support on your keto or carnivore journey, you want behind the scenes, you want some extra recipes, you want to be the first one to know what recipes I'm working on, that's where you go to join. It's an amazing community, and we'd love to have you guys there. It is pinned in the chat for you, so you can click it, go join. Dustin from Keto Simple is part of that. Victor from Southern Keto is over there. Pastor Bob, the amazing carnivore heavy metal pastor, is over there. Chris Bear is in that group. Of course, Ash and I are in there. My parents are in there. It's an amazing group, and a lot of the people here in the chat are members over there, and they're ready to support you guys on your journey. So please, please, please come join us. It is a fantastic group. All right.
Those are smelling and looking so good.
Oh yeah, these are going to be really good. All right, once these are done, I'm going to get a fresh pan rather than try to wash this one out. I'm going to get a fresh pan, and we're going to make some grilled cheese. There we go. All the fun in the world, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to grab that while that is finishing up. Pardon my head, everybody.
In case you guys ever wondered what the back of Chris's head looks like, you just saw it.
It looks a lot better in the front, to be honest.
Stop.
All right. This beef is so fatty and so juicy. It's so nice. These are going to be so, so, so good.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Now, if you guys are scrambled eggs type people, you can take this beef fat and you can add eggs in there, and you can scramble it up with the beef fat that comes out of the beef. And as long as you're not one of those people that finds the liquid fat from beef to be upsetting to your tummy, because there are some of those people that find that, but if you're not one of those people and you're okay with all that extra beef fat that's rendered out, it's fantastic flavor-wise in scrambled eggs. It's amazing. It tastes like you went to a diner and it came off of the flat top where they've been cooking all their grills and all their steaks and their burgers. And then they do the scrambled eggs for you for like one of those breakfast platters.
Oh man,
so
those
good.
are the best.
So, so good. You want diner scrambled eggs? That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put some more cheese over here.
So good. Hey, I love this comment, by the way.
Yeah.
Brenda Raymond is here with us.
Hi, Brenda.
She says, I've never tried a Smashburger because I never eat burgers out. You've sold me on trying them. I have a big cast iron pan that had been my grandmother's. It's probably over 85 years old.
Oh, I love it. Those are the best. Those old vintage cast irons, those are the ones you want. Those are the best out there. So you should absolutely do it, and I hope you enjoy it. Just don't be afraid of them and smash those things down on there, and you will not regret it. So tasty.
Yes.
All right, so these burger patties are good. I'm just going to throw them in the oven on the lowest setting just to stay warm while we make grilled cheese. So this is a griddle pan, and if I was only doing a couple of smash burgers, I would have used this for the burgers, but, you know, here we are. So we're going to do kind of a medium heat. And I don't want to get the heat too high because we're going to be using butter, which can burn. But also, one of the things you'll realize about these egg white breads, right, like these carnivore breads, they insulate heat really well, which in one way can be kind of good, but then another way it's a problem if you're trying to get the heat into the middle to melt the cheese of a grilled cheese sandwich. So if you get the heat too high, it'll burn the outside because they brown really fast. It'll burn the outside before the heat gets to the center. So keep your heat from getting too high. Medium, maybe even medium-low, depending on how hot yours gets. And then I'm just going to use some butter because it's a grilled cheese sandwich, and I imagine most of you probably do not need explanations on how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. But if you do, ask your comments or your questions there in the chat, and I will more than happily answer them. But I think most of you probably knows how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. No judgment if you don't, but I don't want to talk down to you like you're dumb, but I also don't want to leave you behind if you don't know.
You know, to be fair, just in case anyone has a question and is like, doesn't want to, I actually don't think I've ever made a grilled cheese sandwich.
Haven't you?
No, never.
Well,
but I married
right.
you, and I just go, hey, and you're great, you're great.
Yeah.
And if you guys, by the way, have any other questions for Chris about anything at all, please drop them in the comments below. That's why we're here. Please
let me know. And so once I get these in the pan here, get down to putting the last one together, I'm going to come show you what I did to this 90-second bread. And I think it's pretty cool. So we'll get these two going, and then I'll pick one of the others up and I'll bring it over there and I'll show you what it is we got going on. So I'm just putting, now this is American cheese. I'm not going to apologize for liking American cheese. It's the classic for grilled cheese, but I did get one that doesn't have seed oils and weird preservatives and junk and all that other kind of stuff. Stay away from that. But you can get decent quality American cheese, or you can use whatever kind of cheese you want, but I'm using American. You can get the decent quality kind if you look for it. So it's just cheese, cultures, dairy, salt, and a little bit of sodium citrate, which is what keeps it sort of melded together and soft. So what I did is I took one of my 90-second carnivore breads and I sliced it in half, and then I took those two halves and I sliced them in half as well. So each bread comes out to be 4 slices, which makes 2 little mini grilled cheese bun sandwich things. So that's what we're working with here.
Cool.
So we're just rubbing it through the butter there.
Do you have time for maybe a quick question?
Absolutely. Today? I'm just grilling up grilled cheese right now, so let's do it.
Cool. Since we're on the topic of cast irons here a second ago, Nancy Tanner wants to know, says, I just bought a griddle for my stovetop. I've never used one. It's brand new.
Love it.
What is the best way to season it? Do I wash it off with just water to begin?
So it's a good question. So before you wash it or do anything to it, if it's brand new, you want to set your oven, and I need to look online for the exact temperature because I haven't done this in a long time, but you set your oven to, I think it's like 450 or something. Don't quote me on that, but you set your oven, and what you do is you take like lard, beef tallow, something like that. You melt a little bit down, you rub the entire cast iron skillet, all like inside, outside, everywhere. Rub it all down with that tallow or the lard, and then you take a dry paper towel, you wipe all the excess out. You get it as dry as you can, but it leaves a microscopic film, and then you put it inside that oven, and you bake the ever-loving crud out of it. And what it does is it actually polymerizes the fats, and it creates a seasoning on there. And as you use it over and over and over, try not to wash it with like, you know, strong soaps or anything like that. You can use a little bit of soap, just don't overdo it. And just wipe it down with a little bit of extra bacon grease, lard, beef tallow, whatever. And as you cook with it more and more and more, that kind of builds up a little bit and it just solidifies that. And every now and then you may have to scrub it down totally and re-season it, but it's very rare. If you're using high fats like we do in carnivore and keto cooking, you probably won't ever really have to.
Yeah, Dustin at Keto Simple says, I set my oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 500.
And then follow the same instructions.
Yep,
so.
There you go. Just wipe it down, get all of the excess fat off of it so it's just barely a microscopic amount, and put it in there and you bake the crap out of it. And I think you can do it, I think it's like an hour or 2 or something like that, and then you turn the oven off and you leave it in the oven as the oven cools down. Like do it before you go to bed, turn the oven off, go to bed, and then pull that cast iron skillet out the next day. That way you know it's totally cooled down, you're not gonna burn yourself, and it's totally done.
Nice.
Yep.
Danny has another question for you.
Yeah.
So when making salted caramel keto frosting, what salt is the best to use texture-wise?
So if you want to do something like that, you're going to want to use probably a fine salt. So you could get like Redmond's makes a fine salt. There are some other companies out there that I know people like that have fine salts, but you just want something that's a fine textured salt, because if you get crunchy chunks of salt in like a frosting like that, you're going to be chewing on what feels like rocks, and you're not going to like that. So at least I wouldn't. I mean, you can do that if you like, but wouldn't be the way that I would choose to do it. So I would suggest some kind of a fine grain salt. So just be careful if you use a fine grain salt. A lot of times salt measurements on things like cookbooks or in different cooking recipe blogs, things like that, a lot of times their measurements are based on kosher salt, and because kosher salt has bigger granules, if you use fine grain salt and you use like a teaspoon, you'll actually get more salt than you would if you used kosher salt. So maybe start with like 1/2 to 2/3 of that amount if you're using fine grain, and taste it, and you can always add a little more if you need to.
Nice.
That way you don't oversalt anything and get like salty frosting, because salted caramel is good. Super salty frosting, that wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable. So, all right, there are grilled cheese number 1 and 2.
Yum.
And I'm just gonna let those kind of sit for a few minutes, because I actually want it to solidify just a little bit, which works out really, really well because I got 2 more to make.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything, not just about this, but about any of my recipes or anything else we're doing, you drop those in the chat. We'd be more than happy to answer for you.
Absolutely. If you're cool, while you're just making those other grilled cheeses, let me go through the comments here.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We got some questions and some people to say hi to and some cool stuff.
Love it.
So for starters, Kevin is here. Says
hi, Kevin.
Hello from California.
Good to see you, my friend.
Yes. And Heidi says, love all you cook, Chris. I'm carnivore and my son is keto.
Oh, well, that's awesome. And that's so fantastic that you got your son doing keto. How great is that?
Yes, absolutely. And this is awesome. Our good friend Lacey is here.
Hello, Lacey.
She says, hey, y'all, it's been a minute.
We're glad you're back.
Yes. And then in a separate comment, she says, thanks all. I get food bored so easy, and food prep sometimes gets so overwhelming. And just kind of talking about, let's see, falling off the wagon and all that. But,
yeah.
Hey, we're glad you're back.
That's right. Well, here's the deal, guys. None of us is perfect, okay? And if someone is telling you they're perfect, they're lying to you. So it may not be keto or carnivore they're struggling with, but they're struggling with something in life.
Yeah.
None of us is perfect. So if you're struggling with stuff, that's okay. Come here, rely on the community, lean on us, come join the band. That's one of the things we do is, like, if you're in there and you're struggling and you're like, hey, I'm just falling off the wagon and I'm just having a hard time getting back on, come in there and we will encourage you. We're not going to beat you up. We're not going to judge you, because all of us struggle from time to time, myself included. It's the reason I started the whole Chris Cookin' Nashville thing, because I needed a place to be accountable, and I needed to feel like I had a family I could rely on as I was trying to do this, because I was trying to change my life and my health and, you know, all these different things. And I was struggling at times. And, you know, especially at the beginning of this whole thing, I was really struggling with food cravings and the addiction and feeling like I was, you know, super overweight and struggling and feeling horrible about myself and like all these different kinds of things. And that's normal. That's something all of us go through in our own way. So we don't want you guys to be alone. We want you to come experience what it's like to have a family behind you. So come and join. But Lacey, we're really glad that you're here, and sorry if there was some off the wagon struggles there, but we're really glad you're back and we're ready to support you through it.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Caleb's Carnivore Quest is in the house.
What's up, my brother Caleb? You guys don't subscribe to Caleb, you need to. He is a teenager and is on the carnivore train, and we need more young people like him teaching other young people about the low-carb, proper human diet spectrum. So, guys, please go support Caleb.
Yes, absolutely. And Marilyn is here. She says,
hello,
hi.
Marilyn.
I believe she must be newer to our group, so welcome.
Excellent. We're so glad you're here.
And speaking of people being new to the group, Tina Weber is here.
Well, hi, Tina. She's one of our newest members of the band.
She is. She says, yay, I made it. I am on info overload. I am learning so much from the group.
I totally understand, but you know what, Tina? It's all going to be good, and that info overload, it seems like it's difficult at first. The longer you do this, the more things you pick up as you go, and it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Just enjoy the ride. and learn as you go, and you get better every day, and that's all you got to do, and you will do super well, I promise.
Yes. It's glad, though, that you're learning so much from the group. That's
absolutely. Awesome. And that's the thing. You just got to, come do things like join the band. Learn from people that have been doing this for a while. Like, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Robin Marshall Williams is here.
Hello, Robin.
She says, hey, Lady Ash and Mr. Carnivore Chris. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you, too.
Looking forward to your newest creation. We'll switch out the cheese to mozzarella. I'm one of the few who doesn't care for cheese, but it's all good.
I totally understand. Well, that's the thing. You guys just customize this however you want. You make it fit your version of the proper human diet. That's the thing with these recipes, guys, especially on Tuesdays. That's why I don't really have written recipes. I just kind of give you ideas. And the goal is for you to be able to customize it and make it work for whatever works for you and whatever version of the proper human diet you choose to eat. Because some people are keto, some people are carnivore, some people go back and forth. I kind of go back and forth a little bit. I'm more carnivore 99% of the time, but there's days that I go a little more keto, and I enjoy that. That works for me. That may not work for you, but as Nisha would say, N equals 1 experiment. You got to do that N equals 1 and figure out what works for you. And we're just here to support you in finding your health, whatever that takes.
Absolutely. 22Q Cat Lynn says, perfect timing for me. I have been having Smashburgers every day. Whatever you're doing here tonight will put my little burgers to shame.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I love the fact you're having those Smashburgers. That's awesome, Lynn.
Yeah. And John Wise is so funny. He says, I usually smash burgers into my face, not the pan.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I do the same thing.
Yes.
I do the same thing, but hey, it's all good, brother.
Yeah. And Thinking for Myself says, I'm made alive.
That's awesome. We're so glad you're here, and I love your name.
Absolutely. Janelle, one of our awesome Rockstar moderators, is here.
Hello, Janelle. We are so glad you're here, and thank you for everything you do for CCN.
Yes, and Charger Mopar, Rick is here.
What's up, Rick, my brother in Miami?
That's right.
Now, you could do an iguana smash burger. I'm just saying.
Oh. Does it taste like chicken?
I heard it tastes a little bit like fish, but I have not myself actually eaten it. I would love to try it sometime, but I have not actually personally had iguana just yet. So maybe we make it down to Miami. We got to go over to Rick's house and he can tell us all about it.
Rick, if you're still watching, let me know. Is it more like fish or is it more like chicken? These are the things we need to know.
That's right.
This is so sweet. Stacy and Ken are here. Easy peasy keto.
Oh, what's up, Stacy and Ken? Two of our favorite people. They're just like family to us. We love them.
They're the sweetest. Stacy says, hello, dear sweet friends. I must tell you that seeing you two was the highlight of Meat Stock for me. Oh. I needed to feel the love and care I captured in that bro love picture. Thank you. Stacy,
you are so sweet, and so is Ken. And we just love you guys, and we are so happy that we got to spend some time with you there. You guys just live so far from us. So many of you do. It's so nice to be able to put faces to names and have hugs, but especially with Stacy and Ken, getting to see you guys and just hug you and love on you and be so happy about Ken doing so well and all that. We just love you guys. We really do.
Honestly, I think getting to see them, especially Ken after his surgeries and stuff.
Yes.
I think that was my favorite part of Meat Stock.
Absolutely. And that picture of Ken and I getting a really nice bro hug in, that's one of my favorite pictures that's ever been taken of me.
Yeah, it's such a good one.
Is just, me and a guy who is eating a carnivore, keto lifestyle and just, trying to heal, and we just love each other and support each other. Like, there's just nothing better than about this community. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
All right, there's our grilled cheese. Now we're gonna grab our hamburger out of the oven.
All right.
And we're gonna put these together. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I've got a little bit of a sauce here.
A sauce.
I've got a little bit of a sauce. So the sauce is a burger sauce. This is super easy. I'm just gonna give you guys ratios because I didn't measure it. You just do it by eye. But this is an amazing burger sauce. 2 parts of my spreadable butter mayo. 1 part sugar-free ketchup if you're into that. 1 part mustard. You can use any kind you want. I just used a classic yellow mustard, but you could use like a Dijon or whatever. And about 1/2 part of dill pickle relish. No sugar in that dill pickle relish if you're into such things. And then if you wanted slightly sweeter, you can add in a little bit of keto sweetener of your choice. Stevia, sucralose, allulose, whatever it is you like to use, you can add in a little bit of that, stir that together. And then if you like it a little bit zesty and a little adventurous, throw in a little splash of the Chipotle Tabasco hot sauce like I did. Just a little. It's not enough to taste the Chipotle Tabasco, but it makes it smoky and it just gives it really nice depth. Unbelievable. And then if you want it spicier, add some cayenne pepper. There you go. That's it. That's my burger sauce. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to plate up a couple of these burgers here for the beautiful Ash Taylor. Have you guys gone to ashtaylor.com yet? Have you followed Ash on all of the social medias and figured out all of the amazing country music she is putting out? Because if you haven't done that, you are totally missing out. ashtaylor.com. All of her links are there. You can hear me playing lead guitar on her stuff. So.
Oh, you're very sweet.
I don't know if I'm sweet. I'm just telling the truth.
You're great. You're great. Hey, really quick, babe. Cookie Carter is here with us. A quick question they have, which I think is a good one. They want to know basically which is the better egg powder to use. Is there like a brand of egg powder? I'm assuming they mean egg white powder.
Yeah, is there like a better egg white powder?
Yeah.
You know, it's hard right now because the egg white powder that I used to use was Now brand, and they started adding sunflower lecithin, which means it won't whip up the same way it used to, and it's a whole thing. You can use any of them. I've used a number of them as long as the only ingredient is freeze-dried egg whites. That's the key. Just make sure there's nothing else in it, and then you can use whichever ones you want, generally speaking. So, but if you find a good one that is a good price, please let me know what it is, because I'm always on the hunt for a good egg white powder that's not going to break the bank. So please let me know when you find it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, I know that's kind of a pain trying to figure out which one to use and which one is the best. And
yeah, it takes a little research, huh?
Yeah, it can be kind of difficult right now because they changed the formula. This is why you always have to read those ingredients list, guys. The companies will change formulas on you and they will not announce it on the news. They're just going to do it and make it cheaper and easier on them, and then they're not going to tell you about it. So
John Wise says that sauce sounds amazing.
It's super, super good. It's very simple. It's loosely based off of the spread made famous by In-N-Out, my wife's absolute favorite place in the world to eat a cheeseburger.
Place.
So, okay, I'm going to deliver these to the beautiful Ash Taylor, and you guys can watch me doctor up mine over here, too.
Awesome. Thank you. These look so good.
She's got her other little toppings and stuff over here. She's going to put lettuce on her burger and stuff like that. I'm not going to, but she's going to doctor hers up. And then she can give you guys a taste test. And
before I doctor it up, though, I think I'm just gonna.
You're just gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it just how it is, because you know.
Just raw dog it, as they would say.
Yeah, oh man, that's what my brother says like all the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this. It looks really good though.
Your brother has some issues, and he knows it. And if he's watching, he's probably not watching, but if he was, he'll know.
He'll know. Oh dang, that's good. That's awesome. Your 90-second bread, like how it holds, super, super good. I love Smashburgers.
Yeah.
Like just having that little bit of the crispy edge on the outside of the meat is so nice.
Absolutely.
Oh, delicious. And that sauce
is
awesome. Yes, that is so good.
Yeah, this is really, really good sauce, I think. All right, and here's my cheesy version.
Oh, that is delicious. Wow.
Always got to scrape the melted cheese off the pan, because if you're throwing away your cheese, what are you doing?
You're doing it wrong.
All right.
That is delicious. While you doctor those up, is it cool if I just read some more comments?
Yo, yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I'm going to be taking a bite here in a minute, so.
Well, I'm going to let you tell you right now, when you take a bite, you're going to want to take another bite because it's really good. It's awesome.
All right, guys, here you can see. Here's our smash cheeseburgers with the cheese bun, the grilled cheese bun, top and bottom, and that burger sauce on there. And here's the deal. If you don't use any of the stuff in the burger sauce, use the spreadable butter mayo by itself. That would be awesome. If you don't use that kind of stuff, don't use anything. Just make the bun with the grilled cheese. If you don't like cheese, just use the bun without the cheese and don't put any cheese on anything. Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's delicious.
That is like any fast food burger, except it's just better. It is literally just 2 grilled cheese sandwiches and a bunch of beef and cheese in the middle. That's fantastic.
Man.
I'm going to have to make these more. These are good. Man, those are good.
Super, super good.
All right, hit me up with that comment section.
All right. Lynn says, that sauce. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's got, because of the sugar-free ketchup, it's just enough sweetness that tastes amazing on the burger, but it's not like a sweet sauce or anything. You know? I mean, these burgers would be amazing even without that sauce. So if you're being like really careful carnivore and not, you know, trying to use any of that kind of stuff, that's fine. It's just really good though.
Honestly, you could literally just do the Smashburgers, like just do the meat and then just do your 90-second bread, and it's just a way to get extra fat and protein in it. I mean, it's delicious. You don't need it.
It's fantastic.
It's so good though. So Chris McNair says, greetings from Australia. You've just killed my fasting for the day. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry about that. Do what we can.
Yeah. Carrie Younce is in the house.
Hello, Carrie.
Also, we have Brian and Cindy are here.
What's up, Cindy and Guinea Pig?
That's right. Angie Z is here.
Hi, Angie.
She says, hi, y'all. Oh, Smell-O-Vision. We made the pizza crust yesterday. So good.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah,
That's a fun one.
Oh, it's an awesome one. She says, thank you for the awesome recipes as always. Hugs to you, Ash.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you guys for watching. It means the world does.
Auntie is here.
Hi, Auntie.
She's also celebrating. She's all moved into her new place.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad to hear that. I hope you're going to get some rest now.
Yes, absolutely. She needs it. And lots of people are saying super nice things about the band or private community. Peggy says that they love the community.
Yeah.
Carrie Young says, yes, we love supporting peeps. We're better than a box of bras.
I agree.
Oh, that's awesome. And then let's see. Reese's Clutter's Kitchen says, by the way, Ash, saw the wedding pictures on Facebook. You were an incredibly beautiful bride. What a dress. Happy anniversary, you two. Well,
yes.
Thank you so much, Risa. You're very sweet.
She walked down the aisle and I was like, what is this woman doing marrying me?
Well, you make these smash burgers and I like to eat. So I said, you know what?
I guess.
There you go.
I was just trying to figure out how to take her home from the wedding. That's all that was.
Very sweet, babe. Stephen Stone is in the house.
What's up, Stephen?
He says late but not forgotten.
Ah,
Howdy,
that's all right. We're glad you're here. We'll stop talking about you now.
Let everyone quiet. Shh.
That's right.
Yeah. This is awesome. So Vicky is here with us.
Hi, Vicky.
She is new to carnivore.
Excellent.
So happy I found your recipes. I have noticed a few of your recipes call for butter powder.
Yep.
I have buttermilk powder on hand. Would that work?
So I think it will. I've never used buttermilk powder. It is going to taste different because buttermilk powder is going to have that tanginess, but I do think it would work. The butter powder in those recipes where I'm using it is mostly for flavor. I'm trying to get flavor without adding extra liquid and especially extra liquid fat. So the dry powder helps with that. But I think buttermilk powder should work. I can't say for sure because I haven't actually done it myself, but I think it probably would. It's just going to taste a little different, but it might be really good. It might actually be better that way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I say it might be a little different.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this one, but Jill Russell is here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Good to have you here, by the way, Jill.
Yes, so glad you're here. Sorry, 2 seconds. I think our computer froze. There we are. So for starters, Jill says they love making the carnivore waffles and have them almost every weekend.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Also, a question. Has anyone figured out the secret to prevent the underside of 90-second bread from being hollow?
Yes. Yes. So there's a couple of things. One, make sure you're mixing it really, really, really well, because if it's not mixed evenly, that can cause that. The second thing, you might have just a little bit too much of the whey powder. So if you pull that back a little bit, that will help. The third thing, and this is actually something I have a video that we have already filmed that's going to be coming out. The band knows what I'm talking about. It's going to be incredible. It's coming up in like a week and a half now. But I had to do this because of the way this is cooked. It's based off of my 90-second bread recipe, but it's a totally different thing. What you can do is the same thing I did in this video. Put your 90-second bread in the microwave, cook it for between 20 and 30 seconds. Open the microwave, shake it down, kind of make sure there's no air bubble that started to form in there. Stick it back in for the remaining amount of time. And if you need to, you can do 20 or 30 seconds, put it back in another 20 or 30 seconds and shake it again if you had to. But cooking it part way, letting it settle, and then cooking it again lets it kind of fill in that gap that can start to appear there at the beginning. And a lot of that does have to do with the mixing of it as well, or if maybe you have a little too much powder, because if it's too dry, it will lift that bottom up really fast and then it seals it. and it creates that big bubble. So that's the easiest way to do it, though, is 20 to 30 seconds, pull it out for 5 or 10 seconds, kind of shake it, and put it back in, finish cooking. That'll help a lot. It's not perfect all the time because it can still be a mixing issue and stuff and a balance issue of the ingredients, but it'll help a lot.
That's awesome. Nancy Reese is here.
Hi, Nancy.
She says, I made a turkey and cheese sandwich for lunch using your 90-second bread. It was delicious.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I love this recipe.
Yeah. Says, now I need to make grilled cheese smashburgers tomorrow. Thanks.
Yes, there you go.
Absolutely. And Tammy has a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I can't find decent cast iron. Any suggestions on brands?
Yes, Amazon, Lodge cast iron, and if you go to a bunch of my videos, I might have forgotten to put it in this video because I don't think I was planning originally on using these cast iron, but then I decided to today. But a bunch of my videos, I have actually linked a Lodge cast iron set. They are affordable. They are always in stock on Amazon. And for new cast iron, they always do a good job for their price point. That's what I would recommend. So go through my shop, though, and it helps support the channel. It doesn't change the price for you, but you can use the link, any of my Amazon links in the description box, and then order something off Amazon within 24 hours. I get credit for that. It's just a free way for you guys to support the channel. I get a few pennies out of it, but every little bit helps. So you can actually click any of my links and then just go search Lodge cast iron set. And there's a set that's 3 different sizes of pan. It's like I think it's like a 9, an 11, and a 13 inch or something like that. 3 different size skillets. That's what I would recommend. It's a great set that doesn't cost you like $400, $500.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Auntie wants to know how do you store your carnivore buns and how long will they stay stored?
Yeah. If you're planning on eating them in the same day, just put them in a Ziploc bag on the counter. If you want to keep them 3 to 5 days in the refrigerator, Ziploc bag, or you can put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. And then you would just need to thaw them out in the refrigerator before you would heat them up a little bit, toast them, whatever, to use them. Yeah, probably 3 to 6 months in the freezer, but by that point, the freezer is going to start pulling the moisture out of the bread, so probably want to use it within a few months.
Yeah. I love this comment from Danny. He says, I lost 4.8 pounds this week, and I'm already getting my mobility back.
I'm so proud of you. That's so
awesome,
fantastic. Man. Good for you. Rock
so cool.
on.
So cool. And then Miss Emily is here.
Hello, Emily.
Emily says, and in the band, we won't let you talk crap about yourself.
Absolutely.
What a selling point.
Absolutely.
And this is awesome. Angie Z says, we just joined the band.
Ah, awesome.
Thank you for all you do. I definitely need help and grace. Love y'all. Give Miss Melody kisses. Yes,
Angie, I understand we all need help and grace in various ways in our lives. And if we don't do this together and we're just trying to do it on our own, it is so hard. It is so hard. But doing this together, supporting each other, loving you guys when you're struggling, you loving us when we're struggling, I mean, it just means all the difference to all of us.
It does.
So we don't do this whole bash each other, hate on each other thing. Like, we all need as a community to work together. If you guys didn't see the post I put up a couple of days ago, that's what it was all about. Because I see people struggling, and then I see other people that beat them down for it, and we don't play that game. We don't do that. If you beat other people up because you think they don't do it as good as you, then you have absolutely no place here. Because that's just being a terrible human being, and we stand against that kind of stuff. Because no one deserves to be treated that way, no matter how much they're struggling.
Yeah.
So we love you guys, and we just really want to help.
Yeah. Joanna Farrell is here.
Hello, Joanna.
She says, love the shirt. Brings back 90 vibes, the old salt and pepper.
Yes. Thank you so much. This is a brand new Buc-ee's shirt that my lovely wife let me get while we were driving past Buc-ee's. So I love Buc-ee's, and I love these kind of fishing style, like the stretchy kind of fishing-y type shirts. I love these things. They're my favorite kind of shirt to wear. So
yeah, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Viva Krista Ray is here, says,
hello.
Question, just wondering if we could use your waffle cone recipe for regular waffles, if doubled or tripled. Can't wait to try those.
You know, I haven't tried. I have a waffle recipe already that is on the channel, and it's really, really good. So I would recommend you use that one for regular waffles, but it's possible. The thing with the waffle cone recipe is it's really designed to dry out and get crispy. So I think if you make a regular waffle with it, it's going to end up eggy, or it's going to be too dry because it's not really meant as a thick waffle. But it's possible it would work. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I would just personally recommend, though, and suggest that you go with my original waffle recipe that's on the channel. Search Carnivore Waffles, Chris Cookin' Nashville waffles. It'll pop up. It's one of my better performing videos, so YouTube knows that's what you're looking for usually.
Because those waffles
are good.
Those
even
are
Dustin,
so good.
Even Dustin at Keto Simple, he came down and he was with us for a couple of days, and I made those with a recipe video with him where I used the waffles to do like a carnivore version of a beef Manhattan sandwiches, which is like open-faced beef and gravy, and I did several different versions of like a Manhattan style sandwich. I used those carnivore waffles, and he was like, dude, these things are so good. Like, he had no idea they were going to be that good.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
They're worth it.
I know we have to get going here in a second because we got friends going live, and not that I want to eat these delicious
I was going to say, not that we're ready
Smashburgers.
to eat or anything.
No, not that I'm over here drooling.
Yeah.
A couple more questions and comments though real quick. SE is here watching.
Hello, SE.
I love this comment. It says, hello, today is my 4-month carniversary.
Awesome. Rock on and congratulations.
I'm down 35 pounds and hubby is down 59 pounds.
I love that. That's fantastic. Rock on. Everybody rock on in the comments for SE.
Yes. And Heidi has a great question.
Hello, Heidi.
What are your thoughts on home-brewed kombucha?
That's a really good question. So here's the thing with kombucha. It is a fermentation process which is based off of bacteria having the sugar. It has a live active culture in it, yada, 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 yada. I think the health benefits of kombucha are vastly over-touted and vastly under-researched, and I don't think there's a lot of proof out there that it really does much of anything. Now, anecdotally, I know there are some people that say things like kombucha and yogurt and that kind of stuff really help their intestinal tract, like it helps their gut. My wife is one of those people that says that yogurt has really helped her, and we've had probiotic type stuff. She uses kefir, I don't know, however you pronounce it, I'm a redneck. She uses that a lot, but kombucha supposedly does the same kind of thing. Now, I've never made kombucha. I've watched videos of people that make kombucha. It's a lot of work. It's not hard, it's just intentional work though, and it takes space and time to do it. I think it's a less bad option than drinking soda, but I don't necessarily think that it's particularly good for you per se. But I could be totally wrong, and I'm happy to be proven wrong about that if there's research out there that says that it's really good. I just know that the people that I would trust to know the answer to what kind of medically things that can do with you and help you or not help you with, harm, help, whatever, would be Dr. Barry and Nisha. Usually they talk about stuff like that, and he is not one that goes out and promotes like, drink this probiotic thing, drink that. He talks about like, if you've had like an antibiotic that you've had to be on for some reason, and you're trying to rebuild gut health, that there may be some benefit to having a really expensive, refrigerated, high-quality probiotic. I don't know how kombucha would compare to that. I mean, it is a live, active culture, but I don't know exactly what that is in comparison to a probiotic. But, I mean, maybe. Maybe it's good for you. Maybe it helps. I don't know. I don't think I would turn to kombucha as this is the healthy thing that's going to turn my life around. But if you seem to have some benefits from having a little bit of it and it makes you feel good and you enjoy it, and it doesn't seem to affect you with ketosis type issues or insulin or your A1C going up or any of that kind of stuff, and you like it and works for you, then I think by all means go for it.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Dr. Connie is here.
Hello, Dr. Connie.
Says, hey, I've been watching your replays of recipes for a while. Love the spreadable butter mayo and the 90-second bread.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, we're glad you're enjoying
those
it.
are both very useful recipes, and they're both very easy recipes, which
is
awesome for people who need a quick fix of something that makes this easier for them.
Dr. Connie also says that they appreciate the Dr. Kim Berry videos.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Dr. Berry's videos are, they're just life-saving. Really, truly life-saving information.
Yeah. And Miss Yogi is here.
Hello, Yogi.
Yes. And Emily wants to know, cast iron. Chris, have you bought any of the Dolly cast iron brass yet?
I haven't, and as much as she doesn't have any desire to come in the kitchen and cook, she actually has kind of considered wanting to buy some of that because she just loves Dolly so much.
I know. It just would kind of sit here. They don't make them...
they don't make them big enough for me.
Exactly. They don't make them... Dolly does not make a Chris Cooking Nashville sized cast iron, but maybe one day she will.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Awesome. Well, babe, I think we're all caught up here.
Cool.
I think I got to everybody's.
Great.
Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry. One last question.
Yeah.
Robin Marshall Williams says, Mr. Carnivore Chris, before you rolled the hamburger into balls, did you season the meat or just season it after it was in the pan?
I just seasoned it after it was in the pan. It's so thin that putting that seasoning on the outside, it's not going to make much of a difference whether you mix the seasoning through or not. And by not mixing seasoning in, I'm not tempted to then compress that meat with mixing it together to make too much of an emulsified mixture where it might get dense. When you smash it, but it hasn't been compressed ahead of time, it smashes it flat, but it doesn't compress it. So it still stays a nice tender beef patty that way. And it's so thin, the seasoning on the outside I think is sufficient. So
yeah,
I just seasoned it right after I put it in the pan, and that's it.
Awesome. And Heidi is saying, it is a great probiotic I've drank for years, so wondering about adding it back in, and some people are going back and forth.
Yeah.
I think, guys, this is the whole N=1 experiment.
Yep.
You add it in, you test it out, you see how it goes. If it doesn't work, you take it out.
Someone made the comment on a video, it was the video Dr. Kiltz and I did the ice cream, Dr. Kiltz's ice cream, and then I did my waffle cones. They made the comment that they heard that egg whites that are raw have anti-nutrients and you shouldn't eat them and all this different kind of stuff. Because Dr. Berry did a video talking about anti-nutrients that are in egg whites. And I said, yeah, they are there. I don't think the anti-nutrients in a raw egg white is what's wrong with the health of America. I think that's kind of one of those, like, if you've already fixed everything else first and then that's the next thing you want to work on, I think that's great. But I don't think if we're making carnivore ice cream and carnivore waffle cones trying to convince someone to come from a standard American diet, I don't think the raw egg whites in that is the problem. And this person replied and said, I just wish all the doctors would get on the same page and just, agree on everything. And I was like, well, unfortunately, that's never going to happen.
Right.
Because so much of this, we're still learning as we go. There is so much that is just, as Ash was saying, and as I was saying, N=1. You have to experiment, find what works for you. Somewhere on that proper human diet spectrum is what's going to work. We know that. But where within that and all of the ins and outs and the fine minutia, that may vary a little bit from person to person. And depending on where your metabolic health is, it may affect you differently than someone else. So I think there's a really important point here. Never judge someone else's story by the spark notes from your own.
Yeah.
That's a really important concept here. So it may work, it may not. The best thing that I could suggest you do is do the research, find the information as best you can, make an informed decision, give it a month, and if you feel better drinking the kombucha and you don't have negative side effects, great. And if you do it and you feel worse drinking the kombucha and or you have negative side effects, then stop drinking the kombucha. And that's the best thing you can do, because whatever outcome you think you want, you could probably find someone out there who says, research says, to prove whatever it is you want, and you just have to make the decision for your own life. So
yeah,
and that's why as a community we're all working together, and we all need to be supportive of each other, because it may not work for you, but it might make a huge difference for somebody else. And as long as we care about their happiness over our own ego, we're here to support each other.
That's right. Well, baby doll, we're all caught up here.
Awesome.
Any last minute announcements or anything?
We have a great video coming out on Saturday with a little special someone as a collaboration that you're going to enjoy very much. I think she was a joy to have here. That's going to be really fun, and the recipe is super tasty and gives you a completely new thing to try with your steaks. So if you're one of those people that's like, I'm tired of eating the same old steak over and over and over again, I've got a brand new way for you to do something with it. So that's going to be fun. That's coming out on Saturday. Don't forget to come join the band if you guys are looking for it. That is pinned in the comments. It is also in the description box underneath the video, so come check that out. Like, subscribe, share while you're here, because we're trying to get this message out to as many people as possible, and we can't do that without your help. You guys are the driving force that makes the engine run. We can't do this without you, and we love every single one of you, and we just want all of us to be able to work together as a community to continue to change the health of the world and change the world itself one plate at a time. Thank you guys so much for being here. We love every single one of you. This is Chris Cookin' Nashville. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, is over there behind the camera. Go to ashtaylor.com. You guys eat your meat, sometimes a Smashburger with grilled cheese buns on top and bottom, made with a 90-second bread. Love your life. We'll see you here in the kitchen for a bunch of crazy recipes, things like this, behind the scenes, all sorts of fun stuff. Guys, we love every single one of you. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you really soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.